out the week from who you've been. Can you win this war you're in? Is your point laborious, or will you rise victorious? Oh, take it or break it. Take it or break it. Take it or break it. Earn your throne.
Hey! How's everyone doing? Here it is, the last bitch time.
Hey, man.
At least in this manifestation. You never know.
Hey.
But, I'm here
What's up?
Not much. I'm here with John Wilmes. Wilmesy, what's happening?
Fucking, I don't know, dude. What's up with you?
Oh, a little tired.
Really?
I know. I didn't get enough sleep last night. I got a pitch taken late at night. And whenever that happens, or like I woke up and they were like, "Oh, we took your pitch," and I was like, I got up at 5 and I needed to get up at 7, but okay.
So what are we talking here? Knuckleball, fastball, changeup, curveball?
Yeah, spitball. And then,
That was what the pitch was?
but then you can't get back to sleep because you're like, oh, I got to start working. You know?
You gotta start working.
Yeah.
Fascinating stuff.
And
this is the last time we're doing this.
What?
This is the last time we're doing this.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
You don't have to keep telling this story. It's boring.
What story?
The one you're telling. I can tell you wanted to say some more banal shit about your sleep habits and your work habits, but we don't care. I don't care. Nobody listening cares.
Oh, wow. Well, I see how it is.
You know how it is.
Yeah. If, like, I was just talking to you as a friend, would you care?
Probably not, honestly.
Would you tolerate it?
It's too banal. It's too banal. I would tolerate it. Yeah, I wouldn't be like, oh, okay. I can't. I like this. I wouldn't be thinking I like when Corbin talks about this.
No, you would be thinking like, oh, this is my friend's experience. But
I would be thinking, is he done? Is he done yet?
Wow, you go straight to, is he done yet?
Pretty quickly when the story starts, I'm.
When this story, or when any like
every story ever told.
Yeah.
Well, like when I start a movie, like 3 minutes in, I'm like, were they almost done or what?
I occasionally feel that way, but I'm not proud of that.
You're not proud of it?
No. It's because I have attention problems.
Narrative urgency.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't have attention problems. You just have an urgent sense of narrative.
I have attention problems, John.
I think it's a little more,
John, I have attention, but I know I do.
You know that?
Yeah.
Who told you that?
My doctor?
Fuck that shit, man. Who's your doctor, Pau Gasol?
No, my doctor was not. I'm glad we're doing all the hits today. No, my doctor was not Pau Gasol or Mario.
All right, let's do some hits.
Yeah.
Well, jersey numbers. Let's talk jersey numbers.
Uh-huh.
Carmelo Anthony came back 0-0. What the fuck you think about that?
You know what? That shit is cool. I'm into that.
I mean, it's like a dessert number I think in this case.
Yeah, because this is definitely the dessert of his career.
Exactly. You thought it was over, but it's like, no, man, we got like fucking.
We got some pistachio cake for you.
Yeah, it's like 0-0, baby. Just big,
Yeah,
luscious and sweet.
There was a lot of hand wringing about like, will they give him Brandon Roy's number?
I don't know. That's dumb. The mythology that Portland Blazers fans have in their heads is it just doesn't translate outside of the fan base.
Did you listen to that Round Ball Rock where Katie and Kelly Dwyer were going through every team and trying to tell somebody if they should root for that team or not?
Corbin, let me tell you something.
Uh-huh.
I haven't listened to any podcasts in months.
I understand. So I'm going to finish this because Kelly said something funny.
No. Don't summarize another podcast.
Well, I just feel like I have to say it now, or else.
Because you started. Sunken cost fallacy is kicking in. All right.
Okay.
Finish your fucking story.
All right. Somebody's got ants in their pants today. No, but Kelly.
I always put some ants in my pants every morning.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
the only way to get. It's the only way to get anything done.
It's coffee. It's Wilmes coffee. He actually has like a big coffee bag full of ants, and he's got like big bags over his eyes, and he's all slunched over, and he grabs the coffee bag of ants, and it looks like he's gonna put them in the coffee, but then he puts them in his pants. And Kelly, they brought up the Blazers, and Kelly said oh, there's just too much continuity. There's just too much stuff you need to know. And he's right. There's just, there really is just a lot of weird mythology. Because with Brandon Roy, if Brandon Roy was a Chicago Bull, he would be loathed.
He would be loathed, you say?
Yeah. Yes. Why? They would be like that, that they would be like, that bum couldn't stay healthy, da.
Probably true.
Yeah. But he's not.
With Blazers fans, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Saint Brandon Roy, Saint Roy.
Yeah. Yeah. There's this really aggressive romanticism about almost everybody who's been on the team. But especially the ones who failed.
They like failure. They like failure over there, huh?
Yeah, yes.
I admire failure.
Yeah, it's all right.
I just don't think that the Blazers' failures have been as interesting to me.
No, you know what? That's it. Because that's the other thing about it. I agree. I don't think they've had interesting failures, but I think that the entire fan base is very convinced that all of the failures have been really, really interesting.
Just literary stuff.
Yeah, Greg Oden.
That should be making documentaries about this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Greg Oden. Whoa. Hey. Just we got injured. It happened. It happens. It's a bummer. They should have taken Durant anyway, but
I really feel like one team has a very clear claim to most interesting failures of the 21st century.
Whom?
It's got to be the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Do you really think that some of those Westbrook failures are actually interesting? Or is it just
that's just Westbrook is just one element of what I'm talking about. It's having Harden and Westbrook and Durant and ending up sticking with, and now they don't have any of them, of course.
Yeah.
But ending up sticking with clearly the worst of those three.
Yeah.
Only getting one finals appearance out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
getting their fucking asses beat in that finals, it should be said.
Well, they were very young.
But they got, Daddy was home on that one.
I wouldn't say they got their fucking asses beat.
It was like a 1-4.
Most of the games were close. Fucking getting their asses beat. That's 2018 Portland Trailblazers, New Orleans Pelicans.
All right, okay. Hey, that was a really romantic first round loss, Wilmes.
You thought that was an interesting loss?
Yeah, everyone was crying over.
There was something sort of biblical about it.
Oh, was there ever? What year was that? 2018.
The blood. Yeah. The blood hit the walls in interesting ways. It's like Rothko.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I know what the fuck you're talking about, dude.
Yeah.
Don't ever say that I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, because I do.
Okay, I didn't say that.
Alex Higley wants us to address your 180 on Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, I was wrong. Look, I was wrong. All right, that was an exciting season. I got swept up in some stuff.
What do you have to say?
I did the man Jokic thing.
Just apologize. Just apologize.
I apologize. I apologize to Jokic. I apologize to the people.
Tell
I
Alex
apologize to myself because
Tell Alex you're sorry.
Alex, I'm sorry. Big Higgs.
There you go.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, King. The second the Blazers started playing them in a playoff series, because last year I made my peace. I was like, you know what? Jokic is cool. I need to stop being a big dumb baby about this. And then
It's good that you took the diaper off.
yeah, I took a big safety pin out of my diaper. I took the diaper off. I put it in the washing machine.
So that's step one.
And
step
I put
on
a pair of big boy pants. And I said,
and then you're missing some steps.
okay, yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Because when you start appreciating, when you take the diaper off and you start watching Jokic and appreciating what he does on the court, that is what I refer to as the use on the bottom, on the cheeks, of essential oils.
Oh.
So you're getting some lavender, you're getting some eucalyptus.
Sorry, are you spreading essential oils on your asshole?
We're talking cheeks.
Oh, okay. On your cheeks?
You want that shit to be smooth and floral.
You value lavender smelling buttocks that much.
It's not about the smell.
Oh, okay. It's about smoothness.
I do value my body, yes.
Okay. I'm 50-50.
You know, I put some money down this season.
On, like, you bet?
Yeah, I put some money down.
I feel like we weren't quite done talking about Jokic.
Oh, yeah. Say what you want to say.
Anyway, so I made my I was like, you know what? This guy's cool. I was in a hater's mindset about the Nurk stuff. It's time to let this go. Then they fucking play Denver in a playoff series. And every fucking Blazer fan in the world is just like, look at this fat fuck. Look at this heap of look at this laundry basket, motherfucker, you know. And it just drove me crazy, John. It was just a bunch of fucking angry Philistines being like, they will never succeed with that fat ass. And I was just like, what the fuck is this?
Well, honestly, I sort of drew a line for myself on Twitter where, like, I'm just not posting as much. I'm not as active on there as I used to be.
I'm also trying to do that. Although I haven't done a good job the last 2 days or so.
It relates to this, though. We want to do a final call-out corner right now.
Oh, sure. Fine. All of everybody's favorite segments. Call-out corner.
Call-out corner. Spike Eskin of the Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast. Here's what I have to say to Spike Eskin. Go fuck yourself. He had some dumb tweet about, like, Jokic being out of shape or whatever when the Nuggets were playing the Sixers in some game in November or whatever. And I just like quote tweeted it, and because of course he's making this tweet in like the second quarter. And then by the end of the game, Jokic is just like doing magician shit, hitting the game-winning shot, like just making all of his special little boys look like children. And
man, it should be said that is a team full of special little boys too.
We get to that later.
Okay.
But in any event, I quote tweet this, and I'm like, yeah, I just love the reliability of this. People quote tweeting about Jokic being out of shape, Jokic being a big lumpy boy. And then by the end of the game, he's just like, he's Doctor Strange, baby. You don't even know where you are. And he's just doing what he wants. He's bending time. He's bending space.
The cape he wears, it's made of pasta.
It's made of pasta. It kind of has its own will.
Yeah.
So and then he comes at me basically. And he's like, he doesn't really have anything to say. He's obviously just like an angry moron, and who cares way too much about the Philadelphia 76ers, by the way. Like, you know, I'm trying to think of a metaphor for his fandom that's more infantile than a pacifier. Like what's more infantile than a pacifier? I don't know. Something. But that's his fandom.
It is more infantile than a pacifier.
He's a fan and not a man. Later, like a week later, he starts saying they should ban professional sports in Denver because of the altitude. Like this has truly broken his spirit. This one game.
Yeah. Yes. Oof, that is some very powerful man, not fan stuff right there.
He starts coming after me, and he's got nothing. At one point, he just like responds to me with like a picture of my avatar, and I'm like, "Why are you doing this? Like, this is a normal, like this is literally a normal picture. Like, I'm just like a guy. It's very neutral. You're not owning." And I felt really uncomfortable with the whole thing because the mob, you know,
the mafia, Casa Nostra.
The mob of Twitter,
not Casa Nostra.
No, not that.
Sorry, I thought
the
it was
pitchfork
a fun joke.
wielding.
Okay.
No, it was not a good joke. The pitchfork wielding rabble recognized that Spike was being a loser here, and he's just getting destroyed in my mentions, and I just didn't like the experience. And I haven't really been as active on Twitter since.
Oh wow! Jokic himself sent you into exile.
More or less, I mean, like I felt more in tune with his sort of ethos than ever through that experience, and I don't think the ethos of Jokic is an online ethos. It's a very present ethos. It's a very holistic ethos. Being very online doesn't really vibe with that. So there's that, and there's the money I put down this season. Raptors were at 9-1 to go back to the finals. It's just, I put down $25 on it. What am I gonna, what are you gonna do?
They're currently down 11 to the Sixers. Down 13.
I see that. Yeah, they're losing to the Sixers right now, who are playing better without Joel Embiid. Which is not surprising to anyone who watches basketball. Just a clogged team.
I know. It's annoying though. I just like Joel.
But everybody likes Joel, but there's some real questions to be asked about his whole thing.
Yeah. Anyway, continue. Joel will be good on the Raptors, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he's better than Marc Gasol.
Go ahead.
I don't have anything else to say. That's it.
I got in beef this week. Internet beef.
Oh, tell me about it.
This Pinwheel Empire guy.
He's a Blazers Twitter guy.
Yeah. He's like a Blazers propaganda guy. Like Hassan. Everyone rags on Hassan Whiteside. Can't believe they do that. Even though he's like bad. Anyway, he, I saw him on there posting some pro Carmelo stuff, like can't believe they didn't believe in Carmelo, and I sat for a second and I thought, wonder what he was saying about Carmelo a while back. So I did a little back search, and he turns out, John, he posted a lot of really jerky stuff about Carmelo Anthony, including this one weird graphic that he was trying to sell to whoever he could reply to that said like, there is an I in team. It's right there in the middle of the A.
That's dumb.
I know.
That's some call-in, middle-aged man call-in sports radio stuff right there.
And I retweeted a few of them.
Yeah, that's just sort of banal.
It's fan not man shit.
Yeah, it's just
that's what I think that's what I think I've come to believe fan not man shit is. You know what I mean? Is like looking at the other fucking team that your squad is playing and being like, look at that fat fuck, or Carmelo, this greedy motherfucker, That's what that's what that ethos is all about, is like keying into this like whack fake nationalism,
Whack fake nationalism.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, even real nationalism is bad.
Yeah, well,
the benefits of it are dubious at best.
Yeah.
The whack fake version is just sort of
that's right, ladies and gentlemen.
you're owning yourself in a vacuum at this point.
Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Take it or break it is endorsing one world government.
Well, we already have one world government.
Oh damn! What's it called?
Money.
Damn. Shit. Fuck. Parasite in a theater near you.
Oh, that's a good movie.
It is.
It's a really good movie. I'll be honest with you. I spent way more time since this NBA season started watching movies than I have watching basketball.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where I've been a little bit this year too.
This is the least. I haven't written any articles this season. This is the least basketball I've watched in many years.
Yeah, I've been writing about more things than just basketball. So, yeah, I've been a little disengaged. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that's part of the reason the show's ending is because it's like
we don't want to talk about this anymore.
Yeah, with my free time, I don't. If somebody was paying me to do it, I would do it absolutely. But
hey, you hear that, everybody? Bitch time is for sale.
Yeah, look, if you're listening to this and you're on a podcast network and you're like, I need to get Corbin and John on the air to talk about hoops or whatever.
Listen, here's bottom price. This is where the bidding starts. $1,000 a month. We'll split it.
Yeah.
Corbin and I will call each other bitches on your fucking podcast network.
We'll call it bitch time. And then I'll always have to have these conversations. We're like, no, it's like reclaimed.
It's like what now?
It's reclaimed. It's the reclaimed version of the word bitch.
Bit. Yeah, no, it's been like we're like using it in a really interesting way.
Yeah. Literature.
Like when I say Corbin, like what's up? Like my good bitch.
Yeah. Wow. Subversive.
I'll just be like, were you being kind of a bitch today, or are you like being a real bitch? Yeah. That's all. We're just I'm like reading and stuff. Books. Making Super Mario Maker levels. Oh, are you?
Yeah, here and there.
That's some postmodern shit right there.
It's like crafting. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's like you pull out the old craft kit, you get the old stylus out, see what you can make old Mario get up to.
Oh, I should mention I have a book coming out soon. You should all buy it.
It's called Jad's
Dad Milo.
Jad's Dad Milo. I knew that.
You want to hear some blurbs?
Sure. Who'd you get blurbs from?
David Ross.
Oh.
Alex Sakig, Alex Higley, Josh Androsky.
Alex Sakig?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he is, but like... is he like blurb level?
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Fucking, am I a bitch? Are you a bitch? Is he a bitch?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I love that.
I'm not actually going to read that. It's embarrassing. But the book will be out pretty soon.
Yeah. And Mouse House Books. The only publishing house owned by a dog.
Fucking nuts, dude.
I was at Damon's house kind of recently with another friend of ours. I'm not going to say who. But I
know who it is.
Yeah, I know you know who it is, but I don't want to. I don't need to. And
you're not going to dox him.
Yeah. And Damon was like, "Hey, you might be interested in writing something for us, or writing something for Mosley. You should talk to him about it." And it was hard not to be like, "Damon, he's right here," and Mosley doesn't really run the company. You do.
Well, I probably should delete that part of the recording.
Wait, really?
I mean, I just don't like you lying.
Oh, Mosley really runs the company?
I mean, you just don't lie. Obviously not something you want to lie about.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I did lie. Mosley really does run the company. He wears little glasses when he does it.
Yeah.
He reads like War and Peace. I started to read War and Peace this year. I was like, I'm gonna do it, baby. War and Peace. Let's do
good
this.
It's a good book.
I've never read it. Anna Karenina is one of my favorite books. I got, I don't know. I tripped. I fell. It's a tricky one.
Fell.
It's a tricky one.
War and Peace?
Yeah.
It's not that tricky.
When you get to the war, it gets to start being a little tricky. There's a lot of people.
Oh, you mean like you just got confused?
Yeah, there's like a lot of people,
Well, it's basically an epic melodrama with a lot of existential stuff in it.
Yeah. Do you think Anna Karenina is a melodrama?
At the end, there's I'm not gonna one book at a time, motherfucker.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And at the end, Tolstoy really thinks that he has margin to like talk about physics and the universe and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know about this.
I do love it when a novelist goes like one step too far.
Yeah, it's sort of like, I don't know if you got the space for this. I mean, I liked it when I read it, but I was also pretty easy to impress at that point in my life.
Do you think Anna Karenina is a melodrama?
I haven't read it.
Shit, it's good.
I own it, so it's possible for
good
me
book.
to read it.
I don't know. Anyway, and I had some other reading obligations for work and stuff, and so I've just fallen off. It's there's a lot of people in it.
It's always there. They're not going to unpublish every copy of it or anything like
true.
that. So
I own my own copy of it.
They're not going to take it away from you.
Yeah.
So if you want to keep reading it at some point,
that would be a very specific 1984 thing. Only War and Peace. Every other book is fine.
Yeah, all the hashtag resistance tweeters will have been proven right.
Yeah.
They're like, wow.
Only War
this
and
really
Peace,
is.
though. War and Peace and the Mark Twain Joan of Arc novel. Just the
I don't
Joan
know
of
what
Arc.
that is.
Mark Twain wrote a Joan of Arc novel. You didn't know about this?
Oh, should I say who my athlete of the decade was?
Oh, we're bullshitting first, but then we'll, yeah.
Let's say Jeremy Lin.
Oh.
I think nobody said him. I only listened to a few segments. Like I said, I haven't really listened to podcasts.
Yeah.
But
as long as
you seem to think that there was no mention of him. So I was like, you should probably throw him in the mix.
That's who your coolest athlete of the decade is?
Well, I mean, I think the most sports can be for me.
Yeah. Linsanity was a real
That was a big one. I also think that painful, really moments where you're feeling great hope about a potential victory that just validates a lot of things for you narratively, and then followed right by crushing defeat, and it just falls apart instantly. That's the most sports can be for me. And so I want to nominate Chris Paul, who had a number of moments like that. The most compelling to me being, I believe it was 2018 when the Rockets were ahead of the Warriors in the finals, and then he got injured and they lost in 7 games, and they were going to win that series if he stayed healthy. And in the game where he got injured, he played unbelievably well. He hit a 3 and did the shimmy in Steph Curry's face.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he just gets injured. It's fucking over. It's just the most sports.
Yeah, that's some pretty sports ass shit. I think him on Oklahoma City has been a lot of fun.
I love that shit.
Yeah, because it's just been I was better than him, right? That's just been the whole vibe.
Westbrook? Yeah.
Yeah. My whole career.
He's always been significantly better than whatever Westbrook's best was.
Yeah. 1 second.
Chris Paul haters are the least
they're the
respectable.
Pits. They're the Pits.
The least respectable basketball fans.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Except of course for Spike Askin.
Wow. Oh jeez. Is there anybody else you're looking to call out specifically?
No, I just wanted to do one final one. It's harmless too. I mean, like everybody's had their time shit on that guy. It's fine. It's not.
Okay.
He can handle one more.
He's a big boy.
I don't know about that.
He's a big boy, baby.
I don't know what else we got to talk about here.
I didn't pick my coolest athlete of the decade.
Who the fuck is it?
I don't know. I hadn't thought much about it.
Well, then I don't want to think it out with you. You should have had
with me. I should have had somebody locked and loaded.
You should have had something coming in here. Yeah. Also, sports moment of the decade.
Oh, you know what? I would probably say Puig.
There you go. That's a great addition.
I don't think anybody I interviewed said Puig, and I was a little mystified by that.
Yeah, I think I find that mystifying. He's tight, very tight.
He's just fucking cool. Like, licks his bats and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it requires much explanation.
Yeah, he's cool. Good talk.
Sports moment of the decade to me, and this is for similar reasons as the Chris Paul nomination, is the Seahawks not giving the ball to Marshawn Lynch. In the 2015 Super Bowl, which they lost to the New England Patriots.
Yes,
but all they had to do was hand the ball to Marshawn Lynch, who was playing an incredible game.
Yeah.
And they were just a few yards away.
Blown up their line, and they probably would have won that fucking game. But instead,
they did cute shit.
And lost to
everyone.
I mean, the most loathsome team of the decade, right?
Obviously.
Yeah. I'm almost impressed with the Patriots for being like as disgusting as they were.
Just so horrible.
Yeah. Just hate it. Like nobody walks out of that being happy.
No.
Anything that team does. Like
even their fans, they're like it's too much,
yeah.
You know? Like they're not like good people anymore.
Yeah, exactly. No. It's like a gorging kind of victory. I mean, like it was like a really just like powerfully heinous decade for Boston sports fans.
We don't like it.
Yeah, and I almost feel bad about saying that just because like, you know, I'm sure there's some nice fellas with their sons being like, "Oh, let's watch the game, Sonny."
Hand me that popcorn.
Yeah.
My young bitch.
Wow, okay. But they just got too much fuel.
It's a term of endearment. They
just got too much fuel. And the fire it's so big and it's so stupid. You know,
it's no good. So there's one time I was in Boy Scouts for like 1 year, all right, and
was that'd be a wolf? Where were you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
I think that's Cub Scouts.
That is Cub Scouts. Wait, were you in Cub Scouts the whole time?
I was never in Cub Scouts. I was in Boy Scouts for like 1 year.
Huh. Okay.
I quit because I was like, I don't like this energy at all. I just did it because a lot of my friends were in it. They're like, you should come. We go on like a week-long camping trip over the summer. It's fun. And I was like, well, I love fun. I like my friends, so like I'll do that. But it was just like
and
bad.
They're like, tie this knot, tie another knot.
Well, I'm about to tell you what happened. Stop speculating about a story that I actually have the language for.
I'm sorry. This is why we're not doing the show anymore, guys.
Yeah, because Corbin and I have a blood feud that we are momentarily pausing.
Yeah, the second we're done here, we're
making one final sacrifice
for you.
Content
for you rotten motherfuckers.
Fucking pieces of shit.
You fucking hogs.
So we go to this camp
of our dog shit words.
And all these fucking dudes who are just like gross dudes in this like Boy Scout camp. They just get like way into the idea of like at the end of the week we're gonna have the biggest fucking fire. And they're just building this pyre the whole week. this like elaborate, is so much wood, and they are just emptying bug spray cans all over the wood and shit. And at the end of the week, they start the biggest fucking fire. It is like horrifying. Like we almost like set the woods on fire, and like it had been very cold. It was like late August in Wisconsin. Overnight, late August in Wisconsin is like pretty cold, man. It gets to be like sub
because of all the lakes.
Sure.
Yeah. And
so it gets very cold at night. But like we're like standing there in like our fucking underwear because this fire is out of control. And I just remember seeing the looks on all the like faces of the fathers. Just a weird mix of like awe and fear. And it just like shouldn't have been happening. That's what like being a Patriots fan is.
It's you just building a bigger and bigger fire in your youthful hubris.
It just shouldn't be happening.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's and also there's like an institution that is egging you on.
I mean, every fan base has plenty of people in it who are just like their fan experience is overly informed by entitlement. They just think that they need or deserve the highest level of glory.
Yeah. The Yankees are, of course, the apex.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
The entitlement of Yankees fans is fucking just disgusting. I've friends with people who are Yankees fans.
I've almost come to respect it as a pathology.
It's because it's such a powerful pathology.
Yeah.
Like it should be in the DSM.
Yes. Yeah.
Being a Yankees fan should absolutely be in the DSM.
Yeah.
And the Patriots, it's like pretty cool. It's like almost ready to like go in there. But like the Boston sports fan is already in the DSM. Like, but you know,
I think
Patriots fans.
This Red Sox thing really fucking, because for a long time it was like, they can't win the big one, blah, blah. And now that they're like the de facto best organization in baseball, year after year, it's just really gotten to a very deeply perverse place.
Yeah. The Boston sports fans, it's a problem, dude. It's a really bad situation.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are a lot of people I know who are like Boston sports fans. They most of them who I know don't claim the Patriots. They're like, that's too much. I'm not that.
That's like, that. I mean, yeah, you know. I mean, I live
like,
in
there's still
Eastern Florida.
Like, they're still obnoxious, like Celtics and Red Sox fans, but like they won't touch the Patriots. They're like, no, like that's a bridge too far.
That's bad. It's a bad scene. It's a bad vibe. It was no team has come even close to producing as many bad vibes this decade as the New England Patriots.
No. It was really like unsettling how much their victory over the Falcons in the 2017 Super Bowl like recreated the feeling of watching Trump get elected. It was like very eerie. It was like, what the fuck?
Because the Falcons were up, right?
The Falcons were up big time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
It was truly the 538 projection of Super Bowl leads.
Yeah. And they just
turned out to be not worth much.
Yeah. I've always tried to give an in fairness on that 538 projection. Because it was always like 70% Hillary, and a lot of people were like, come on, should be like 95%, baby.
We're not doing that. We're not talking about that.
I'm just saying, Silver was more suspicious. But okay, anyway. Since then, he hasn't done a lot of good work.
We're not talking about that.
Okay, fine. All right, geez.
I'm trying to keep my ship level when it comes to those types of topics. And if we were to talk about that man, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Are we talking about the president or Nate Silver?
The latter.
Okay. But
I'm numb to
the president.
The president's shenanigans, I am numb to. There's nothing you could do about any of that.
You know what?
Just gotta...
the Iran thing kind of got me for a second. But even then, I think deep in my heart, I know that he's a coward. You know.
So we gotta shoehorn in some Jim Boylan discussion for old time's sake.
Sure,
here.
Apparently.
Yeah. I remember one thing I enjoyed was when we would talk about various substances that we thought he was physically composed of. So what are you thinking? Like, what's Jim Boylan made out
of? Concrete. It's like semi-hardened concrete.
Right, because he moves, obviously.
Yeah, like if you press into him, you can write like J hearts D. but not really. You know.
Wait, who's J and who's D?
John and D-E-E.
You're talking about me, though.
I went to your name. I don't know. You're the person I'm talking to.
Right. Yeah. Who's D?
Just, the person you're in love with in this scenario.
Not even a real person. So Jim Boylan, hey, that was good. Next topic.
People are fucking dying right now. Boylan. Who eats ass?
Who eats ass? So who's eating ass? Let's look over at the NBA section on ESPN. Just get some let's get some random names out here.
You know, we're getting all the segments in, people.
Yeah, we got to talk about who does and doesn't eat ass. It's not a very ass-eating season.
It is it's not a good season so far.
What about Zion? You think Zion eats ass?
He wants everyone to think he does.
No, I think he does. He's sort of disinterested in it, though.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'll eat that ass.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Like he looks at his own muscles while he eats ass.
Right. He's just sort of like thinking about like whether he can play soon.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard definitely eats ass, but nobody's happy about it.
It's the Tim Donaghy kind. It's the
Tim Donaghy eats that?
Like he's got a fucked up guilt complex about it.
Oh, he's doing it out of like a weird sort of embedded Christianity.
Exactly. Like he loves it. He loves it because it's so perverse. But he also
embedded
can't
patriarchal thing.
Yeah.
I get you. I feel you. Yeah. John Morant, I don't think he eats ass.
It's kind of wild, you know.
He leaves it all on the floor.
The second he steps off the court, he's 10-piece suit.
That's the thing. John Morant isn't like that outside the court. That's John Morant on the court.
Oh, shit. Yeah. All right.
I could be totally wrong though. I don't know
but because it could be a total horseshoe thing, where when he's at his most public and his most private, but in the middle.
In the middle, what?
He's diffuse.
Oh. Markelle Fultz, you think he eats ass? No.
Maybe someday, but too much.
Terrified.
Yeah. There's too much tragedy.
He's just he's like, I don't want my mom to see me doing this.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want my mom to see me do this.
Yeah. He always feels like she's watching.
Yeah.
What about Michael Porter Jr.?
Well,
I would say no, because he's not a generous lover.
Yeah. No.
I get none of that from him.
No. There are also, of course, the rumors about his politics.
That's true, but I don't think there's enough there for us to keep talking about that.
Yeah.
There hasn't been enough follow up on that.
Yeah.
You gotta do journalism here,
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, I know, Corbin, you're more of a take Smith than a journalist,
damn, and ain't that the truth?
Yeah, ain't that the truth? We got to be responsible to some degree here.
Yeah.
All right, one more. Luka Doncic.
Oh, wow.
I think he does, but it's only like older women.
Your European style, so to speak.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't yet.
Not yet?
No, not yet.
But it'll happen soon.
Yeah. Like he's gonna go to the Olympics with his national team. And that's gonna be kind of when it clicks, I think.
That's cool.
All right.
Do we got anything else we got to talk about?
I don't know, dude.
I'm not the same. I don't do this anymore.
I know. It's all right. Me too.
I keep my life is less content than it was, and that's been a conscious decision on my part. So, both on Twitter and podcast stuff.
Yeah.
So
No, I don't use there are two annoying things about not using Twitter as much, I think. One.
So, tell me. Yeah.
One is that my DMs with my friends, those are actually nice and fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those are good.
Those are good. Like it's like that's a fun way to like keep up with people and hear what's going on and talk shit and stuff. The second is that you do end up kind of knowing what's happening less.
That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, but it also makes it harder to just like talk about dumb horse shit.
That's also fine.
It is fine. It's good. In ending Take It or Break It, there is sort of a feeling of like leaving my horse shit days behind.
I mean, we both have been happy and relieved to not be doing this anymore.
Yes. Yes.
And it's nice to talk to you, of course, Corbin. I love you.
Yeah.
But it's also somewhat anxiety inducing to me to be doing this again because I'm like, I just don't want to do it anymore. Basically. Unless, of course, one of you guys with a podcast network wants to give us $1,000 a month to call each other bitches.
I always thought the Jordan stuff was good.
That was fun.
Yeah. But there was like content there. It was us thinking about something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it wasn't us trying to roll a P up the bullshit mountain until it becomes
roll AP. Oh, I thought, okay, AP, got it.
Yeah, like the stuff they make milk out of.
Yeah. It's kind of weird because actually I think saying roll P up the mountain would also work in this metaphor.
Piss.
Yeah.
You can't roll a liquid.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's just basic physics, which I learned.
Old Corbin would have engaged you in a fight about that, but I'm new Corbin.
I learned this level of physics from the end of War and Peace. Tolstoy was like, "Listen, you can't roll piss up a hill." Sorry for the spoiler.
You can't roll piss up a hill. I don't really even know what Tolstoy's voice sounds like.
I don't think it's recorded. So
he was born pretty late. He was alive in the 20th century.
Was he?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, he died. I think he died before the Russian Revolution.
He died in 1910. So maybe there's some.
Boy, it's kind of wild.
Very low.
He just missed the Russian Revolution there, huh?
What'd you say about my guy?
Oh, Tolstoy's your guy?
I do love Tolstoy.
I do too. But... Yeah, I do too. What am I even fucking
doing?
Go ahead.
I was remembering last night that my professor, my Russian literature professor in college, she was always going off on Tolstoy, of course. And she would always say, men are animals.
Uh-huh.
But women are unbearable. And that was like her entire like thing with Tolstoy. Men being animals and women being unbearable.
What?
That's like her summary of all Tolstoy, my Russian literature professor.
Did you get that from the work?
It's been a while.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, she was a take smith, man. She was like popping off.
All right.
She was going for those 5-point takes for sure.
Okay. What how was she feeling about the other members of the Russian canon?
I mean, it was a Tolstoy and Dostoevsky class.
Oh, okay. So. I've never finished a Dostoevsky book.
Dostoevsky, because she was a native Russian speaker, she was very frequently dissatisfied with the translations that were available of
Dostoevsky. Yeah, because his prose is like really complicated, right?
That's what she seemed to think.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah, I've heard lots of stuff, dude. Like I've always got my ears open.
Yeah.
I'm curious about the world around me. So like I've heard stuff for sure.
You what stuff?
I've heard stuff.
Oh, okay. Name one thing you've heard.
I heard you're a bitch.
All right. Okay. Did you ever end up seeing 1917?
No, I'm gonna go see it with my friend Kyle.
Well, scratch that. You know what? You know what? Did you saw Uncut Gems, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Do we have anything to say about that except great movie?
No, of course we don't have anything to say about it.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say. The reason it's not nominated for any Academy Awards is because you know what the Academy does?
What?
They cut gems.
Damn. Fuck.
They try to take the refined, the unedited, the pure, and just turn it into bullshit. And this is a movie that defies that effort. So.
It's true. It is in and of itself rather an uncut gem.
It is a raw and powerful document.
You know what I thought about it? I think that a movie about an addict who isn't coming out of it, I don't think that's something that appeals to people who in general, but also who are operating in a world with constricted narratives. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A friend of mine is having some issues around addiction, and I spent the weekend with him. On the same weekend, I saw Uncut Gems, and like that sort of sense of like flipping around and always trying to leverage things to make something normal is so endemic, and it's so frustrating to watch in the movie and in life.
I can't believe I haven't thought of this until right now. But you know what analytical framework we need for Uncut Gems?
Go right ahead.
Is the Tim Donaghy framework. Yeah. We need to put the Tim Donaghy lens on Uncut Gems.
Oh, shit. Where do you think Donaghy is in his life when he writes that book, though?
There's one film critic who I want to hear about Uncut Gems. His name is Tim Donaghy.
It's Tim fucking Donaghy. All right.
Richard Brody, listen, man, you do good work. I don't give a fuck what you think about this movie. Donaghy only.
Man, he really, you know what?
I don't think Tim Donaghy should watch Uncut Gems.
You don't?
Like, just if I'm just thinking, like, do
you think it would be triggering for him?
Yeah, like if I'm concerned about Tim Donaghy's like well-being, like I'm that's like, fair. Dude, don't watch this movie.
Especially because like his terrible bets end up being validated.
Exactly. Well, I mean, it's a little more complicated than that. But
yeah, it is. But that's not a spoiler. But like Tim Donaghy would be like, I can't believe that parlay worked. Gotta go try that. Donaghy doing the thing. Okay, There's two ways you can read Donaghy doing the thing in that book where he's like, all the rest gambled. One way is him being a worm. Like, they all did it. Me. You can't get me in trouble because everybody was doing it. And the other thing is that he truly believed this in a very intense way. And it was him masking his own gambling addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the power. A big thing that is great about Uncut Gems is just a really like effective portrait of like the power of belief.
Yes.
You know, like how much shit you can like pull off when you just like believe in what you're doing, even if it's fucking stupid and destroying everyone around you.
Yeah.
And we experienced that reading Tim Donaghy's memoir.
Yeah.
Tim Donaghy's poorly written, cliche,
really poorly written memoir. But you know what? It is poorly written and cliched laden, of course.
But that shit is hot, honestly.
Yeah, it's real. There's,
it's a perspective that no one else can offer.
Yeah, and the pathos in it is not far off the page. You know what I mean?
It's on the page, actually.
Yeah, it's just like
I would actually say that it's on the page.
Yeah, yeah. You don't have to read very deep. The thing that you said about it that I think about at least once a week is him talking about how he had to tell his dad.
Oh, that was the hardest part of the whole thing.
It's the hardest part for me.
Destroying his marriage and career and going to jail. Those things were not nearly as bad as I gotta tell my pa I did something bad.
And I think you called it like a sort of intense Catholic guilt thing.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. About like, you know, just like really intense daddy issues stuff. And he just says it without like reflecting for a second, like, why was this the hardest part of this exactly?
Yeah, I mean, like, when I read shitty memoirs and books like that, it almost makes me never want to read a book written with self-awareness again.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Because it's just so fascinating to like witness somebody totally just fucking leaning into this shit and not holding themselves from it because they don't know any better.
Yeah, like if Howard from Uncut Gems wrote a book, it would just be like...
It would be like that.
Yeah. I had to resurface my swimming pool. Duh.
Oh, God.
Look, the only logical answer here was for me to pawn Garnett's ring so that I could get a little bit of money to keep myself from getting beat up for another few hours, all right?
All right, I got nothing left to say.
Yeah.
I don't want to do a bunch of whole sentimental shit here at the end either.
Okay. John, I love doing the show with you.
I love doing the show with you. We're still going to be friends.
We're still going to be friends. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if us talking to each other pops up sooner or later.
We might do it at some point, but, you know, we're different people now.
Yeah. There is one thing happening this summer in particular that I think me and John would like to talk about. So
I think we'll probably have to have a conversation.
Yeah.
About that. We are as soon as you hit stop on this recording though, we're in the post bitch era.
Yes. There is one more episode to take it or break it.
So hang up your bitch sneakers.
But this is the last time we'll have John on. Whatever.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
I'll see you all at the fucking bitch center.
It's coming, baby.
It's coming. It's
They're building it. They're building it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for listening. John, thank you for doing this with me. All the times we did. And I don't know. Everybody have a wonderful day.